Intel 1, be advised, you got a group of about 50 charging up the hill on the west front, just north of the stairs. They're approaching the wall now.
They're starting to dismantle their reviewing stands and throwing metal poles at us. Cruiser 50, give me DSO up here now! DSO! Multiple law enforcement entries! DSO, get up here! We're going to give riot warnings. We're going to try and get compliance, but this is now effectively a riot.
1349 hours declaring it a riot.
We need you to work right. Our hands. ASAP. We need you. We're surrounded. Cruiser 50, they breached the scaffold. Like nothing now, they have breached the scaffold. They're behind our lines. Cruiser 50, a copy. We're still taking rocks, bottles, and pieces of flag and metal poles. Cruiser 50, the crowd is using munitions against us. They have bear spray in the crowd. Bear spray in the crowd. Cruiser 50 was tanked. 1033. I repeat, 1033 was from the Capitol. We've been tanked and we've lost the line.
We have been flanked and we've lost the line. That was the audio of police calls during the January 6th attack on the U.S. Capitol. The moment it became an uncontrollable riot that would eventually breach the building. The call was part of new evidence released yesterday in the impeachment trial of former President Donald Trump. It is part of the remarkable, riveting, horrifying evidence, Joe and Willie, that we saw laid out yesterday in incredible detail as moment by moment went by and the Capitol was breached and then entered and rioted by these hordes of people. And here now is House Manager Eric Swalwell showing body cam footage of the crowd attacking an officer as he protected the west entrance to the Capitol. And a warning very early this morning that this video is disturbing.
This body camera footage is from 4:27 p.m., over 2 hours from when the Capitol was first breached. The attack on police that afternoon was constant.
Joe, I just want to know, as this played out for hours and hours, and senators were listening to this and watching it, some of it for the first time, can you imagine one of them sitting in the gallery with his feet up, reading magazines or unrelated material during this unbelievable presentation of what happened to our U.S. Capitol that day?
Well, you have people that are clearly unfit.
And that was Josh Hawley.
And unfit to serve in the United States Capitol, in the United States Senate. Of course, if you're Josh Hawley, you actually are the person who led the insurrection. You're the person most responsible, other than Donald Trump, for that insurrection. You're the person most responsible for a police officer being beaten to death. You're the person most responsible for the cop killing, for the cop beating, for the abusing. It is Josh Hawley, who Mitch McConnell begged to not do what he did. And it is Josh Hawley yesterday, as they're showing images of the Vice President of the United States and his wife and his children in danger. Capitol Hill police officers being killed, being beaten, being abused. The Capitol of the United States being overrun by savages, by animals. You look at the people in that body cam footage, those were Trump terrorists. 2 hours after the riots began, 2 hours after, people started calling the president An hour after people were begging the president from inside the Capitol to call off the terrorists, to call off the attack. It was the President of the United States watching all of this gleefully. It was Donald Trump, thrilled by what he was seeing. The cop killers that he unleashed on the Capitol, the seditionists that he unleashed on the United States Senate. It was all part of a bigger plan. And if you look at that body cam footage, we've never really seen anything like that before in American history. But let me tell you what you're looking at there. You're looking at what happens when a sitting president who is stripped of almost all of his powers and is desperate to cling on to power unleashes a terrorist mob against the United States Capitol, against another separate branch of government. Willie, every day gets more damning, not just for the President of the United States. He is already damned by history. He is already damned by the voters. He is already damned by everything that he has done. It is Republicans now who are sitting back, like Rick Scott, who is saying that this is just a waste of time. After watching these cop killers go in and savage police officers, after watching this terrorist mob going in and brutalizing cops and threatening the lives of the Republican vice president and his family, calling for his hanging, calling for his lynching, Willie. And Rick Scott says, oh, this is all just vindictive against Donald Trump. Hey, thanks so much for watching our YouTube channel. You can follow up on today's top stories and breaking news, or catch up on your favorite MSNBC shows all in one place. Download the NBC News app today.